another edition of News Review brought to you by Wisdom Yard Television. I am Odunayo Adedere. And with me in the studio this morning, I have...
Rochimi Ariwoola. Good afternoon, good morning, good evening, wherever you are watching WYTV. It's another beautiful weekend. It's another Friday. Please make sure you enjoy your Friday.
TGIF. We want to appreciate our sponsors and the Nokpa Abos and King Victor Nigeria Enterprises. We say a very big thank you to them. And to all our viewers home and abroad, we say a very big thank you to you. Even in this economy, we appreciate you so much. You know how we do it on the show. We bring to you news that made it to the top. We're going to short commercial break. When we come back, we discuss the one we feel we should discuss. But we will not be the only one talking. You can also drop your own comment in the comment section while we discuss it together. On Punch newspaper, I have student loan. 336 state institutions listed as 60,000 registered. Emirates crisis. Kano governor meets Ribadu. Sanusi makes first appointment. Trump guilty in hush money trial faces sentence in July. IPOP sits at home. Governors react as 2 soldiers killed. Businesses grounded. On Vanguard newspaper, we have Labour may begin nationwide strike on Monday if 10 escape death as 4-story building collapses on Lagos Island. Nigeria needs honest, sincere leaders to survive, ex-Rivers Commissioner. JD Post have saved Judiciary from bad record. Rights group urges CGAN Ariwoola. Senator Kalu condemns killing of soldiers in Abia. Coastal Highway, federal government to pay another 7.13 billion naira as compensation. Umai. These are the news that made to the top today. Let's go on a short commercial break. When we come back, we'll continue from where we stop. Don't go nowhere, stay tuned, we'll be right back.
When life breaks into the beautiful splendor of nature, and the kids can't just resist the temptation to explore to its zenith with the full assurance that the perfect backup is on the way for a perfect refilling. Nokpa, we always come to the rescue anytime, anywhere, any day, anyway, anyhow, round the clock. Your family just can't get a better companion aside Nokpa. Nokpa Herbal Mixture, your family's best bet.
With Nokpa, healthy living is guaranteed for me and my family.
With Nokpa for management of power.
Yeah, welcome back from that short commercial break. That's our sponsor, Nokpa Herbals. Whichever you need, Nokpa Herbal Mixture, Herbal Co, Herbal Tonic, Herbal Flusher, Herbal Energy Powder. Whichever you need, you can send a DM or call the number 0701010859. Without wasting much of our time, the first one here says, Nigeria needs honest, sincere leaders to survive. Ex-Rivers Commissioner.
Well, let me give kudos to the ex-River Commissioner who has come out clean to let the whole country know that we need a good leader to survive in this country. Let me tell you this. Ever since the
administration,
let me say, ever since the civilian regime came on board, Nigeria has been experiencing one problem on the other.
From frying pan to fire.
From frying pan to fire. Because when you complain about this government, the next one that is coming is going to be even worse than the past one. So we need a good leader with a good vision. Can you imagine a railway train, a railway line has been commissioned in the 2024, has been outdated as far back as 1960s. In some of the development in some of the developed countries.
Yeah, our development came late.
In 2024, we are celebrating, give kudos to the leaders of bringing the railway, the blue line, the red line. All the you know, we really need a good leader to survive in this country.
At least, should I say, any development or development is development, whichever year it might come.
Truly, according to what you said, development is development. The development that has been updated in some country is what came on board here in Nigeria that we are celebrating.
But I want you to know that what we are actually celebrating here in our country, some countries have not even tasted it.
Oh, okay. Can you mention that?
No, I'm just saying. So development is development.
If you are talking about the country that has not even tasted it, it will be within the African country.
It's still a country.
It's still a country. Yeah. We are talking about Africa as a whole.
A former commissioner for budget and economic planning, Rivers State Chief Mike A. James, has said that governance should now be focused on human capital development, as is the case under the Governor Similayo Fubara-led administration in the state. Chief Agents, who was also the sole administrator of Reason Palm Limited, further stated that the nation has remained in penury because of the naked display of dishonesty and insincerity on the part of the ruling class. He noted that honesty and sincerity have remained two great virtues lacking among leaders, and these have hampered the economic growth of the nation. Our leaders will just come out to tell us, we'll do this, we'll do that.
They'll tell you, in fact, I was so surprised. I don't know if there wasn't a playback of what the president. I wonder if there wasn't a playback. I believe there was a playback. They should be able to go back to those playbacks and even watch it and know the kind of promises they made to the old Nigerians before coming on board, except if they just believe that they are there to cajole us. Because according to what he said, when Buhari came out, when Buhari was on board, what Baba was campaigning about, okay, for Kombale, don't worry, they said the fuel, there is an hike in the fuel price, okay, that therefore Kombale, that is going to bring everything down, that you people should vote him in power. What the Northern Elders campaigned for their people was that, okay, if this man has changed the faces of Lagos State for good 8 years, they believe is the right man that can change the face of Nigeria. Sir,
if we were to look at it critically too, average Nigerians will actually think that is what is going to happen.
What did that
because they also what happened in Lagos. And people use the case of Lagos as a case study to see if this man will actually. But one thing we fail to understand is the then Tinubu and now they are two different.
They might be different from each other. When
he was younger, much younger then. He's old now.
Exactly the point. Then when he was the governor of Lagos State, he was under the PDP ruling class.
So you wouldn't say you can't judge.
So I wonder why they came in. Even for good 1 year now, they celebrated the 1 year. Nothing that was being read out, no agenda that was being read out. Okay, since we came on board, this is what we have been able to achieve so far. This is what we have been able to achieve so far.
There was something that they were able to
There was an achievement of taking away the fuel subsidy.
It's a good achievement.
It's also an achievement.
AJ spoke in Port Harcourt during the funeral program of his late mother, Dickness Roslyn, at the Ariwoola Odani community. It said, who described his mother as a peaceful and honest woman, noted that these qualities were lacking among many leaders, stating that for the nation to move forward, leaders must uphold these virtues and play down on politics. The former helmsman of the State Ministry of Budget promised never to allow his mother's legacy to die. He said, are you not seeing what is happening in political parties, public offices and ministries, where snakes swallow money? Money developing legs, monkey carrying away money, you see people going home with billions of naira, while fellow citizens wallow in penury. These are issues that call for explanations. Honesty and hard work should indeed be the watchword of our leader. When they started coming, where I knew that we lost it in Nigeria finally was when I actually heard that snakes swallowed money.
Swallowed money under which government.
Okay, fine.
And nobody is saying anything about it.
I accept snake swallowed money. Where is the snake?
Where is the snake? The snake has not been killed.
It disappeared.
Now, let me tell you this. I don't know, even Nigerians will never be wise. I remember the video that I watched last week.
Are you prophesying that?
Yes, Nigeria will never be wise because we were, some of the Nigerians, let me say most of the Nigerians, were like chicken. When you throw corn around, they hail you. They start moving.
Once they eat it like this, they've
forgotten about the past suffering or pain that they might have went through. I watched a video that went viral. One of this ex-governor, when he was being interviewed, they said, Nigeria, the person that interviewed the man was saying, okay, Nigeria are in pain, they are hungry. He said, let them go and die. Let them go and die because when next an election is around,
they will open their senses.
They will open their senses because they believe if the person that is bringing money for them really has a good mission of turning the face of Nigeria. Now, the reason why I said Nigeria will never be wise was this. When Jonathan took away the fuel subsidy, this set of people were those people that campaigned against Jonathan.
Yeah.
I was wondering when Fayemi, the former governor of Ekiti State, came out openly to tell the old Nigerians that when Jonathan removed the fuel subsidy, they knew he was doing the right thing.
Yeah,
they had to campaign against his government for them to be to enable them to gain access into Aso Rock. Then Nobody came out. But I believe by then he should have been stoned to the point of death. And this set of people, when they move around now, people will still hail them.
The people that lack knowledge of what is actually happening will hail them, and that is why they have their own
you are playing
political loyalists.
You are playing the lives of the so-called Nigerian with politics. Anybody that dies, to hell with them. What you're after is the money you are going there to make and your family. Nigeria
walk again. Save Judiciary from bad record. Rights group urges CJ and Ariwoola.
Yes, I believe Baba Ali, okay, let me say Ariwoola, should thank God, let me say kudos to him to have summoned the Chief Judge of
Kano State, and that of Abuja.
It has nothing to do with what is on ground. Kano is a state on its own. That has the right to decide whatever they like. They have the constitution, and when Ganduje came on board as the governor of Kano State, they have to reframe the constitution. When the new government came
in, they reframed
it into, because when Ganduje was reframing, nobody has ever opposed what Ganduje did.
What did you even hear it?
Nobody, even when Sanusi was evicted out of that palace, Sanusi did not mention a word. He did not utter a word.
When Sanusi was actually removed as the emir of Kano, the only thing I heard then was Sanusi has been dethroned as the emir of Kano. And the next thing, we did not even hear anything about this, not until when he got a job, this thing in Lagos.
His friend called him to come and do.
And since then, we did not hear anything.
Sanusi has not been coming out to say anything. Now, the Kano High Court gave another. Another court was questioning the
from
order
Abuja.
From Abuja.
If it does not have the backing of political
stuff, then automatically all these our so-called politicians, those that are in the ruling class, you could now see that they are the one that want to cause chaos in the face of the country. They want to destabilize the peace of the so-called country. And you know, Kano State was won by this NNPP. Now, because they have an upper hand, they wanted to change that judgment.
And the governor did not even change.
That they should announce that it was APC that won the election. Not until when the people came out that they voted for that government. And
I think that
nothing can change. That was the end, and they were now looking for a way to destabilize the peace. To destabilize their peace. Federal government, for that matter.
A human rights group, Save the Poor and Needy Charity Initiative (SPANCI) has appealed to the Chief Justice of Nigeria (CJ) and Justice Oluka Ariwoola to save the face of the judiciary. The group made this declaration in view of the different conflicting court pronouncements over the Emir of Kano's tomb. Daily Post report that Justice S.A. Amubeda of the Federal High Court in Kano has issued an order to evict the Emir of Kano, Mohammed Sanusi II, from the Kofa Kuda Palace. The order enforced the authority of the 15th Emir of Kano, Aminu Ado Bayero. Justice Amina Adamu Adi of Kano State High Court, on the other hand, issued an injunction that protected Sanusi from being evicted from the palace. SPNCI, in its reactions, described the development as embarrassing, and the President, Comrade Yemi Ezekiel Bello, in a statement made available to Daily Post on Thursday, explained that different court pronouncements from the court were a missile to the justice system. He then appealed to the CJN to act in its capacity to save the face and the name of the judiciary from setting a bad record. I think our judiciary has been having this bad record way long before now. Because this one is just like they're just pouring petrol.
The chief CGN. If there is a problem between the federal government and
the state.
Who do you think the
it would support the federal?
It will support the federal because it was being appointed by the so-called president. Likewise, when you go to the INEC sector,
I really wish you would be able to dish out the justice the way it should be done.
It should be. When you go to INEC now, if somebody won the election, if somebody lost the election will only be announced based on the order given to them by the president who appointed them there. So they will now want to manipulate the election because they don't want to go against their political master. When are we going to get things right in this country?
I probably will get it right. Let's go on a short commercial break. When we come back, we'll continue from where we stopped. Don't go nowhere. Stay tuned. We'll be right back.
Sweetheart. I can't afford to be late for this meeting.
gave me the same excuse every day.
I always tell you the truth every. You know I will never disappoint you. Everyone needs a hero, like Nokpa.
After Nokpa,
It is always Nokpa. Nokpa for management of power.
Yeah, welcome back from that short commercial break. Before we went on that break, I was saying I just pray the judiciary system will do work. Because if the judiciary system works, then we know that we don't have a problem in Nigeria. Because the people that will want to believe that they know the law, they know what the law says, actually the ones that are going against the law. If I'm not
yes, exactly the point.
They are the ones going against what the Constitution is saying.
The law of this country is meant for the poor, not for the rich.
And it's not supposed to be.
And it's not supposed to be, which nobody is above the law. Look at what happened in USA, where the former president was convicted.
That's Donald Trump.
It can't happen in the face of
Nigeria. It can't.
Let me say Africa. Don't let us say Nigeria. Buhari has been there. When Buhari was going, Buhari said nobody should come out.
And nobody is actually going.
That everybody should go and face his consequences. Anybody that's been invited should not mention his name. And nobody should come after him. And anybody that tries coming after him will surely face his wrath. And nobody is saying anything about it. Nobody is going after Buhari. Emefiele that printed money, was it the decision of Emefiele to have gone ahead to go and print that money if he doesn't have the backing up of the president?
We pray the judicial system will work for us and it will actually benefit us. I pray so. CJ, and so the rights group are actually coming out to put you to work that you should do what you want to do so that the judicial system would actually work perfectly for Nigeria. The last one on the list, Coastal Highway, federal government to pay another 7.13 billion naira as compensation. Umai.
Federal government they are really trying because
they are doing hard work.
Yes, they are really trying. They are good in that area, I believe.
The area of signing out money.
Yes, this is the avenue for those set of people. It is their turn. It is their turn to.
At times, I wonder if they actually bring a proposal to the House of Representatives or House of Senate. It takes a longer period for that proposal to be passed.
But this one has been approved.
It's not even this one alone.
That when Akpabio was elected as the senator leader, that he was appointed. Let me say that he was appointed. What people started saying then was that Akpabio is going to be a rubber stamp senator. At the end of the day, maybe he had from one of the social media that people were complaining that he's going to be a rubber stamp. He now came out that he promised them that he's not going to be a rubber stamp. I've forgotten that Akpabio has a case with the Federal High Court. The case is still pending. So automatically, if he goes against the order of the president,
just to pass the national anthem bill just within a week and everything was done and dusted.
It is not even up to a week.
Within a week,
now,
it was done and dusted.
Now, people that they wanted to compensate it came out last week on one of these newspapers that they cried out that it was low compensation that they are offering them.
The budget of the federal government is to pay another 7.13 billion naira compensation to those whose properties were demolished for the construction of Lagos-Calabar Coastal Highway. Minister of Works, Engineer David Umai, disclosed this to journalists in an interview in Abakaliki, the Ebonyi state capital. He noted that 2.7 billion naira had been paid as compensation for the demolition of the structures on the Coastal Highway before the approval of another 7.13 billion naira by the federal government. Umai opined that demolition of shanties and other structures on the highway were still ongoing. As we are talking, the demolition of shanties and some infrastructure is ongoing. We pay compensation of about 2.7 billion naira. Between now and maybe Monday, we will pay another compensation of 7.13 billion naira. We are paying compensation not that everybody deserves it, but because it is also a way of helping people. When people build against the law, Mr. President is not the type that will punish people. The welfare of the people is what is signed first. So it is also a way of helping, even though we do encourage people not to build against the law, is stated.
The welfare of the people is the priority of the president.
Exactly.
When his first speech was that, okay, he knew He knew that the people were going through a lot. That how of which I had anything to do.
But my hands are tied.
But my hands are tied. And they said he is coming out. I don't believe they knows what they are saying. Maybe they are under the influence of some certain drugs that makes them to just come out and begin to cajole the people. You know your people, the same set of people that you govern were going through hell. They were hungry, they were this and that. You say your hands are tied, so you could not respond to them. This guy is now coming out.
What's that? You said yesterday that you want to assume that the president is not saying what we are going through.
You know, I gave an advice. It was an advice because I believe the president is a man of the people.
Okay.
And I believe in what he has did in the face of Lagos State for good 8 years, he can still do better.
Yeah, he can do better. Mr. President, thanks so much for actually compensating the people that lost their properties during the demolition of Lagos Calabar Coastal Highway. You've actually done a good work, and I want you to please check on all Nigerians, not only those that are on the coastal highway are actually going through one tough time or the other. Many Nigerians are going through in fact, the rich are also coming out to actually scream online now. I was seeing a video this morning. I was seeing a video this morning whereby somebody said paying certain amounts for electricity just within a week.
100,000 naira.
And I was shocked.
100,000 naira just within a week. It
is well. Nigeria will work again. We've come to the end of the show today. Do not forget to follow us on all our social media platforms, on our Facebook, on our YouTube, on our X account, on our Instagram, on our TikTok at Wisdom Yard Online TV. I remain my humble self, Odunayo Adelere. Thank you, Ambassador Ariwoola.
Thanks for having me.
So we'll come again on your screen on Monday. Be good and be fine. Bye for now.